The following podcast should not be misconstrued as legal advice in any way, shape, or form. You would have to be an absolute idiot to take our advice seriously. I mean, look at us. We're dumb. Nick gets his news from memes. Joe gets his news from 1990s Batman cartoons. We cannot stress enough. Do not take our advice. The listener does so at their own peril. Well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And we are the premier criminal consultants in the Boston area, here to help you with your perfect crimes. Nate, who we got here today, man?
Joe, we have a very, very funny comic, a hilarious man who hails from Worcester, Massachusetts.
That's right.
Does comedy mostly now, I understand, in Boston, Massachusetts, but a lot of comedy all over the place.
That is accurate. Yeah, I'm everywhere, man.
He's one of the funniest people that I know, might be the funniest in Worcester. Y'all give it up for Andrew Balestieri.
Hell yeah.
Stop it.
Hell yeah.
I mean it. He's a funny guy. Please go. Anytime you see his name doing comedy somewhere, go see it. It's worth it.
He's just blowing tail smoke pipe up my skirt. I'll tell you what, that sentence made sense. Yeah, dude.
Well, we appreciate you being here, dude. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the water. I've had so many waters while I'm here.
Yeah. We like to keep our guests hydrated.
Dude. The amount of water I've had today is insane. Oh God, I've had so much water. Is that foreshadowing?
That's it.
Nope.
We will see.
It's true.
will.
He was coming from an engagement party, I understand, where he was drinking a lot of water.
That's right. So much. Yeah. So my buddy got engaged. So he was like, "Dude, come over. We got so much Poland Spring, Dasani." He's like, "We got all the different brands." He was like, "You got to come over. We gotta pop a couple of bottles of water and celebrate." So that's where I came from. Hey, love you guys.
Yeah,
Cheers, baby.
Hey, love's a beautiful thing.
Love's a beautiful.
Congratulations to the happy couple.
That's right.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes. Make them listen to the podcast so they can hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, trust me. They're they got engaged today, but I'm sure what they really want is to
listen to your podcast. You want a
Absolutely.
podcast, did you?
100%.
If they need somebody to officiate the wedding, Nate and I can do it.
Amen, dude. That's right, dude. I know if they're not really looking at you. Goddamn, yeah.
No, 100%. They're like, do you know anybody who could like officiate our wedding who has a podcast? Like that'd be preferable.
Dude, they would never. One of my buddies got married. My buddy Chrissy got married last year, and I wanted to officiate his wedding so bad, dude. But like every time I tried, his wife was like, "No, like he's gonna try to do an hour," and I was like, "I don't got but 15 minutes of material. They'll be fine. They'll be all right."
You're like, I'm only gonna bomb for 5
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm a bomb for 5. They'll have some. They'll have a couple big. What's a wedding ceremony without a couple big laughs?
I'll
Come on,
save
dude.
the
So
racist
true.
stuff for the end.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, the accent's gonna carry me through the first 2 minutes. Like people are gonna be like, okay, oh man, he sounds different than me. That's funny.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
You've seen Nate's act.
I know, yeah. You see my entire act, dude, dies off after about 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah,
Dude,
just
see Nate,
tapers
it's
out.
like, oh man, that guy's not from where I'm from.
Not real good.
Yeah.
Literally how we became friends.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Amen, dude. I know.
You sound like my friends.
Are you from the South too?
I grew up in Southern Virginia, yes.
Oh,
yes,
cheers.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, so
cheers. What brought you both? I don't know.
We wanted to
either of
escape
you.
the South.
Yeah.
You wanted to escape the South?
Yeah.
I got a cousin that moved up here, and I was like, yeah, that was my chance. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm gonna move up there too, dude. It's pretty cool. I came up here, visited a couple times. Weed was so legal. I could get so much
legal weed is nice too.
Yeah, dude. And I kept flying back with it in my suitcase and was like, this is just too much. I need to just move
Say
up
that's
here.
your chance, dude. What
To get out.
What binds you to the South?
Oh, dude.
So many things.
Yeah, it's tough.
So
When you once you get your
culture.
feet
You're like
in that
family
mud.
ties.
Yeah, dude. You get your feet in that mud and it's hard to drag them out, dude. It's really tough. Yeah, it's not easy.
It's a very Southern way of putting that. I love that.
yeah, thank you,
Getting your
yeah.
feet stuck in that mud.
Dude,
Damn, dude.
yeah, so that's how I came up. But Joe, I'm not actually sure how you came up.
No, I mean, I hated growing up down south. Honestly, it was just like a lot of, some of the people are fine. Don't get me wrong, but then a lot of like religious like nut jobs and stuff
Yeah, a
like
lot of
that.
that
And
stuff,
like,
yeah.
I was just like liberal kind of kid growing up, and I didn't vibe down there.
Yeah, it's the classic conundrum. You're like, dude, I love fried chicken sandwiches and I hate church.
Well, I was so happy they had Chick-fil-A in Boston. You have no idea. I was like, oh, it's okay. I can still, I want a little bit of it.
That's true. There was some of that where like, but and it like Jack Hall says this sometimes, but dude, fucking yeah, it's true. Before I moved here, I was probably the most liberal person that I knew, and then I got here and I was like, oh shit, I had no idea I was such a staunch conservative, dude. I was like, oh my god, I had no idea.
Yeah, dude. Down there, you were like. You were like that guy. They were like, this guy.
I know. They're like, this guy. Watch out for him. His brother gay, and he voted for Obama. Exactly.
So true. I'd be like, I don't think the death penalty is a good idea. They'd be like, you liberal cock. And I was like,
that's a fast way to walk your way out of a house.
They're like, okay, Hillary, dude.
That's a very, very common insult, dude. To be like, oh yeah, well you must be. What are you, a Clinton?
Yeah. Why don't you go put on your pantsuit? You fucking queer. It's funny, and you come up to Boston. People are still just calling you queer.
Yeah, exactly. They just like kiss each other on the lips after. It's totally nuts.
It feels friendly.
Meanwhile, that's just how we greet each other up here. I like to think that that's what the South thinks of Boston. They're like, everybody just goes up and kisses one another.
Everybody just gay up there.
Yeah.
My uncle does believe that. My uncle and his buddies really do. Like they think like up here. They're like, well, you get out of here and everybody just gay or whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
You go up to Boston, they stick a tongue in your ass. And say, how you been? It's been a long time.
How you doing? Been a minute.
His uncle was really disappointed when he visited him in Boston.
Yeah. He hasn't been up here yet, dude. I don't know that he ever will, but he one day, perhaps one day.
I was at a Red Sox game, and there's some kid next to me, and he was from South Carolina or Georgia or something, and we had a nice conversation. We were talking baseball in fifth inning or something. He goes, "It's crazy. I thought everybody was going to be so mean up here in Boston. It was going to be like scary." And I was like, "No, I mean, it's a very nice place.
Pretty nice.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, people just mind their business.
That's the big. Yeah. They just don't like ask you what you're doing every second of every day. You know what I mean? Yeah.
People just hang out and do their own thing, but if you stop them, they'll be like, "Oh, hello, fellow human being." Meanwhile, if you go to New York and you die on the sidewalk, they're like, "Can someone clean up the trash?" They're like, "Can someone clean this up? It's in my way." Dude, I go to New York, I'm like, "Dude, where's my mommy?" The people there are so mean. It's crazy. It's crazy. Although, if I'm ever doing shows there, I love you, New York.
It's a wonderful place. Yes, for those reasons. When he does shows there, because I certainly don't. Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, no. Whenever I'm there, it's always fun. Like I get there and like there's the mysticism of like New York. Like we're all coming up, we're all doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours into being there, I'm like, you all suck. You're mean.
Streets are crowded. Smells like shit.
Exactly. It smells like shit everywhere.
It does.
You're like, but that's the dream.
Yes, I know.
My dream is to pay a super high rent, live in a city that smells like shit. Everyone's mean to me. It's like, dude, I'm living the dream.
Then I'll know I made it.
It is pretty. Yeah, then I'll know I made it, dude. Then I'll know I made it.
That's how I know I made it. Absolutely.
I can afford to live in New York and choose to do so.
It is pretty remarkable. They're seeing like I did like mics over there and I had a couple fucking awful bringer shows over there when I first started out doing comedy, and it is remarkable how many people you meet that are like actors, so like you'll be like here, like you're like everybody's just trying to be a comic. You get a couple people and they're like, and they get up there and they have this like monologue they prepared, and it's very odd. It's very, very odd, very Shawshank of them. They get up there and 400 years, it would have taken me to dig out of this Bushwick Comedy Club. But Andy Dufresne didn't 20.
People who are preparing for their one-man show on Broadway.
It's like a lot of that. Yeah. One time I saw a lady get up on an open mic and said, "I'm not going to make a single joke until men don't have any power in the world." And I was like, well, you get up there a long time.
Dreaming.
Some say she still hasn't made a joke to this day.
She still hasn't made a joke, dude. She's still out there, not being funny, dude.
Yeah, she's under a vow of silence, dude. She will be for a while.
It turns out she's actually the funniest person that's ever lived, but we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah, dude. She has got a tight hour. She's got 2 hours. Dude. She's Chris Rock. She's Chris Rock in the round, dude. You'll never know.
If we would just give up the fucking power.
Yeah, I know, right? Goddamn, dude.
Yeah, that's our bad.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, over our dead body. Am I right, boys?
Well, we'll just step around that if it's in New York,
Yeah, that's right, dude. Step right over it.
There's Balestieri's dead body. Ew.
Ew. Yeah, I mean, it was gross when it was alive. Let's be real.
No, what? I think it's just drunk.
Oh man, love's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, dude.
Love's a beautiful thing.
What else is a beautiful thing is crime, right?
I know, right? That's why
Yeah,
we're
and
here.
you want to know what I honestly wanted to say to you guys? I wanted to thank you for bringing me on to this podcast now. When I think the one thing we could use more of is crime.
Yeah. That's what that's what we're here for. Is there's
Yeah.
not enough in it.
True. We love it here, and we want it to succeed. We want it
Crime
so
is
long.
hot these days. We
Yeah.
found a business niche and we're exploiting it.
That's
you know?
right, dude. So what if we're at the forefront?
Yeah.
You know what do you want?
You know,
Yeah.
it's like they say, like, oh, restaurants, people always got to eat. You know what I mean? People are always going to commit crime, dude.
That's right, dude. Since the beginning of time, dude. That's what
So
I'm saying.
true, so true. Andrew, you come to us with a very interesting crime, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I have always been drawn to the sea, dude. I've always been drawn to the sea. Nah, and like, listen, and you can laugh, right? And that's fine. Like, you guys, you're ignorant, and and that's fine. When I was very young, I could not be removed from the sea. We would go to the beach, and I'd be in the water all day. I'd come out only to enjoy my beach sandwich, but then I'd be right back in digesting while I'm underwater. And yeah, man, I've just always felt a primal connection with the sea. So my crime would be, I'd like to pull sort of a Casino Royale, 007 Pierce Brosnan heist in where I take over SeaWorld.
Ooh.
I'd like to go into SeaWorld, infiltrate, take down the powers that be
Right.
at SeaWorld, and then I'd probably want to liberate the creatures there,
Yeah.
the whales,
Right.
the dolphins, the sharks, and by the way, the creatures that get less attention, the octopi and such. And I'd want to free them all, and I would want to liberate them, and I'd become their king. And have you ever seen Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
No,
I really thought you were going to go with Aquaman.
I
but
know, really. I know that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
What's Aquaman?
You just remind me so much of Jason Momoa. I mean,
I know.
I do get that a lot. People come up to me after shows, they're like, were you in Aquaman? And I'm like, what's that?
aren't you Khal Drogo?
Yeah, dude. What can I say? Orange is my color. But yeah, I would want to liberate the sea creatures, and I'd want to become their king, and I would want to rule an army of sea creatures. I think
Yeah.
that would probably be. But like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not a loser. Like, I do it.
No,
I do it in a cool way. Like I'm picturing, like, dude, walk into SeaWorld, right? I'm like, oh, sorry, I got to take a quick call. Answer the call. Boom. Dart comes out of my phone. You're unconscious.
Okay.
Boom. Now I've got the front, and then I'm just like, knocking people down.
Oh, I love this. This is
pretty
the
good,
Casino
dude.
Royale thing. Is you want to go full James Bond on these people?
100%. Like, I'm not just gonna like walk in there with a gun, dude. I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
go.
James Bond does walk in there with a gun quite frequently.
Technically, yes, it's
Well,
true.
It's usually how the movies start.
There's a
Actually,
PPK.
Sorry, I should have said I'm not gonna walk in there with my gun out, dude.
Yeah,
my
sure.
gun's gonna be in my tuxedo that
Sure.
I've rented, and I'm not gonna buy. That's not sensible. No, I'm not. I am not being conned into buying a tuxedo for this. Please.
you almost don't need consultants. This is incredible.
I know,
You're
dude.
like, I know where my costs are going to be cut. I'm going to save money here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I'm gonna rent the tuxedo, and then I'm gonna have an army of sea creatures. Like, what are you gonna do? Come take it back from me? Like, I'm keeping the tuxedo. What did I put down a credit card? Yeah, okay, I canceled that shit, dude. You just cancel a credit card. It's not hard.
Dude,
That's a nice little life hack from Andrew Balestieri.
Yeah,
Put
dude,
things
pay
on credit cards
yeah,
and
dude,
cancel them.
Put things on a credit card and then cancel the card, dude. I've never heard of Citizens Bank.
That must be a different Andrew Balestieri.
yeah. One of those famous mix-up, dude. Yeah, one of those famous mix-ups with another Andrew
I just got
Balestieri.
confused with Jason Momoa the other day.
Yeah,
It happens all the time.
happens all the time.
That's it, dude. That is it.
Dude, I just can't get over thinking about what you would look like as the king of the sea. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think your garb would be?
Majestic, powerful.
Mostly a Speedo.
What
Yeah.
you say, my garb? What are you wearing?
Yeah. Shirt, no shirt, crown,
Scepter.
tail fin. What you got? Yeah.
Well, let's remember, I have a rented tuxedo. I mean, I could cut that. I could fashion it into some other piece of clothing. I mean, that's not off the table, right?
That is fair. That is true. You could really make yourself a nice, like a king's outfit that they might only see like somewhere like that you might find like with an army general from Boko Haram or something like that. You know, like something the general butt naked would wear.
Well, butt naked's not off the table.
Amen. You know, and that's what protects them from the bullets.
I'm thinking one of my whale friends, and you guys know whales can store a tremendous amount of air.
It's true.
Inside of them.
I didn't know that, dude. I had no idea. That's news to me. I thought it was just blubber or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I remember
They breathe.
Or like little Chinese fellas that they scoop up, you know, on Tuesdays or whatever. You know what I mean? Like on accident.
You know what a whale is, right?
Yeah. But I just read the story the other day about this guy.
Does a whale have a preference for Chinese?
Well, no, I read the story the other day about this little fellow. I think it was Chinese. He might have been Puerto Rican, but he got swallowed up.
He's like, they're all the same.
But he got swallowed up by a whale, and the whale spit him out, dude. Yeah, and he sat in that whale's stomach like that boy from that movie, whatever it is, Pinocchio, I think, maybe, or maybe something else. But he sat in that movie.
I think you're describing a documentary.
No. This is really. I swear, I read it on the internet, dude. It was pretty wild. Yeah, and he was either Chinese or Puerto Rican, like I said.
It's either the most racist thing that you're confusing the two of them, or the least racist thing, and I'm not sure.
Or it could be one of the two.
It could be that he's like, yeah, they're all the same to me, or it could be like people are people.
No. I know my people, and I'm pretty sure he was Chinese or Puerto Rican. I'm real good at identifying. My grandmother taught me.
That's a whole can of worms, dude.
Let's get back to the crime. That's somehow less problematic than this.
Yeah, come on, dude. Stop going off on your racist diatribes, dude.
This isn't Louisiana.
Yeah, no, you guys abandoned the South. You're here in the North, the educated North. Come on, let's move on.
It is true. We do love it up here.
No, but I imagine a whale taking me in its mouth down to the bottom of the sea, where I would acquire some sort of coral crown of some sort.
That's what I'm talking about. Coral crown.
I like that. That fits. That's fancy. It's going to really show that you are the king of the sea.
And it's classic
Indeed.
sea king. It's classic sea king.
It's some shit that you're not just gonna go get that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna fashion that out of something you can find on the surface, like some surface dweller like yourselves. I mean, I'm going to go to the depths of the sea, and I'm gonna find something that you can't just find.
That's fair, and I do like that. That's a good way to be the sea king.
This is why you should be king of the sea, frankly.
It is true.
See it this way, yeah.
But before we get you to be the sea king, we got to get you into the facility. We got to get you to infiltrate.
You got to get me in.
We got to get you getting all these animals on
this
your side.
land dwelling thing, I think, is where we're going to come in a lot of.
It's true.
Like, we're going to be a lot of help here because I mean, we know what we're doing on land. It's clear that the sea is your domain.
Yeah,
I'm not even.
I didn't come to you guys for aquatic help.
No, I can tell.
He's
and I respect that.
A real seaman, a seaman, a real seaman.
How many times did you watch Free Willy as a kid? Just out of curiosity.
What's that? No, I never saw that. I saw God's Not Dead because that's the movie my mom showed us. She was like, whale bullshit. Fuck that, dude.
You would have loved Free Willy.
Yeah, you really would have liked
She was like, is Free Willy made by Angel Studios? I don't think you're going to see that.
Did you grow up in a very Christian household?
Big time, yeah.
Big time. Did you watch a lot of VeggieTales? I only found out recently that they were religious. I had no idea.
I thought they were just sexy.
No, yeah. I thought it was just like carrots, like, you know,
hot vegetables.
I thought they were like building a civilization.
I thought those were vegetables. I wanted to fuck. I didn't know.
No idea.
Christian morals behind it.
Yeah.
That's off-putting.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was like, what? I was watching that in the minivan. That's crazy.
I have to admit, I did not know about their Christian background on VeggieTales. I didn't know about that. I did not watch that growing up. No.
That's shocking because it's real Christian. So, and I've never met a person who grew up very Christian from here. I've known some people from Louisiana that grew up very, very Christian, and I would like to know what it's like for you.
I mean, it's good. I mean, they're probably right about everything. And, at the end of the day, I mean, he's coming back, and I want to be prepared. I guess,
which is fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like growing up is realizing that your parents were right about everything, and so I haven't decided that they're right yet, but I'll probably.
I'm not going to church yet.
Yeah. I'll go one day. I'm sure.
You make your way. Okay, nice.
No, I mean it was good. I had a good upbringing. I was pretty lucky.
Were you homeschooled?
No.
Okay.
Not that Christian.
First difference.
Yeah. No, my mom was like, I want you to learn about evolution just because I want a challenge. You know what I mean? She was like, I want you to come home with these lessons so that I can tell you that they're bullshit and then tell you to pray the gay away or whatever.
Nice.
No, she sent me to public school. So
yeah. My brother went to private Catholic school in Louisiana, and he's gay, and they did, but he wasn't out the closet, and they did ask him all to pray it away. I think preemptively, and I don't think it worked real well. You know what I mean? But they did ask him to do that. They'd have to sit and pretend to pray as hard as they could and not be gay.
All my siblings went to Catholic school, and then
what's your problem?
Well, that's the thing. So I am the youngest of 5 siblings.
Okay.
all my older siblings are like a year apart, and then my youngest sister and me are 6 years apart. Okay. And then
So they had just completely given up with you.
Yeah, I was
They're
like,
"Yeah, you can go to
well,
public
and this is
school."
the thing is like
Were you created on purpose, do you think?
well, my mom is like, you were intentional, and I'm like, that's probably not true.
I don't know, dude.
You know.
My understanding is that Catholics really don't believe in prophylactics and stuff. And so it's very possible that.
Well, whenever I tell people that, whenever I say like, oh, you know, my siblings are a year apart, but I'm like 6 years, they go, oh, happy accident. I'm like, no, my parents had a loveless marriage, so that's not possible, dude. No, I mean, my mom insists that I was planned. My dad's dead, so he can't chime in on that. Awkward.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yes, R.I.P. 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 But you know, his silence is deafening on that. No, so I don't know. I mean, I'm you know, whatever. I'll defer to my
What is
mom
your
on that.
American age, if I could ask that?
Your American age?
Or whatever it is that you're supposed to say without being rude.
What?
I'm dying to know more. What?
Well, whatever it is. You're not supposed to ask somebody how old they are, but I figure if I just give it like an adjective that has to do with the country first.
An adjective that has to do with it. Okay.
It's just a nationality.
I don't feel comfortable saying, but I'll tell you my Chinese age, which I'm sure you're interested in.
Or is it your Puerto Rican age?
Yeah. Well, they're the same thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, technically,
What's the difference?
Yeah, I
Same
know,
answer.
yeah, based on exactly. Yeah,
I'm 25.
you're 25.
Yeah.
25.
I'm cheating, dude. I'll be 26 pretty soon.
That's
I'll be
really remarkable, dude. You're younger than I thought you were. Really, you're 25.
25. I'll be 26 in November.
Well, God, that's fucking dope, dude. And damn, I'm saying you're all over there at the Apple Store.
Yeah.
being a genius.
Yeah. How old are you? You're like 40?
Yeah, exactly. I just turned 33, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm old. Dude. Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah, God, yeah.
Oh man. No, you're looking good. Whatever they're feeding you down there in the South.
I appreciate it.
Fried
Dude.
stuff and lard.
Actually, for my birthday, we had a huge rack of ribs and loaded baked potatoes and a Caesar salad and a whole watermelon. I ate a whole watermelon to myself. And
God, that sounds good.
Oh, it was remarkable stuff, dude. And so you got to keep your skin light somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that, baby soft.
That's how it is, you know. My brother got hands like porcelain, but that's because he's gay and everything like that. I think he was born with them.
Yeah, as you know, that's just something that happens.
That's
when
what
Oh,
you're
he has
born
that gay disease with the porcelain.
He does.
hands.
Yeah, that's how he came out
The
like
gay
that. Just
gene and porcelain hands
Yeah,
are
yeah.
apparently tied together.
big, beautiful hair like a German shepherd.
Man, lots coming out about you, dude. This podcast is very revealing.
Learning a lot about Nate's brother, dude.
Yeah, and he's a
Hair
good
like a
little fella.
German shepherd.
Beautiful little fella, good little fella, love him to death.
Okay, but let's get back to this crime because otherwise we are going to get dangerously distracted.
yeah,
yeah,
go anywhere.
no, let's stay
Focus
focused.
on the consulting because we got to get this man to be king of the sea.
I got to get in.
Yeah,
I got to get in. I have to overcome the staff.
yeah.
That's-
So, are you so dedicated to these sea creatures and like want to get so much vengeance for them that you need to like shoot up these people? Or are we putting them to sleep with darts?
I don't
and,
think
like,
so. I
tying
like
them
the
up?
idea of being a little more covert with it. Like I
Okay.
like the idea of. I mean, I've always been drawn to like stealth.
Sure.
I prefer stealth.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea of like smoke bomb goes off. Once the smoke clears,
Yeah.
everybody except one guy is asleep.
Yeah.
The one guy's like, "What? Where are all my buddies?" And meanwhile, I'm like, now I come in with I have a hidden blade from Assassin's Creed. I come in the last guy I get with a hidden blade, but the other guy's
Okay.
just asleep.
So like murder is an option.
It's
We're not full Batman rules,
Oh,
but no.
sure.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't say any of this to say I'm ruling out murder.
Okay, good.
I
Well,
mean,
that's some people like draw a line there because
no. Now
pussies.
more than ever, I think it's chill.
Seems like it's just kind of what we're doing these days.
Yeah, no. At this moment, it seems like rock on, dude.
Now, how would you feel?
If people complain, I'll be like, these people are locking sea creatures up in these little.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Now,
Yeah,
to
I'll
that
justify
point,
it.
Yeah, no, I got
'cause
it.
I know you wanted to, communicate with these beasts and get them on your side.
Yes.
Now, my understanding too is I've seen some documentaries about this. If we get them on your side, they could actually aid you in the killing of the employees. They really, really like to do that.
Very true.
Yeah, they really.
Very
I mean,
true.
you keep a shark in a tank too long, and it'll bite somebody's ear off. You know what I
Here's
mean?
what we do. Here's
Yeah.
what we do. We sneak in after closing time.
Okay.
Sure.
We implant each of these creatures with a neural link, which we've stolen from SpaceX, Tesla
I like that.
headquarters.
Yeah,
We'll get Maddie Kelly to do some work for
Yeah,
us on
yeah,
that.
she'll
She'll be,
probably do
yeah.
For the record, fuck Elon Musk. Okay, we're stealing from him. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
No, fuck him, and we're gonna steal from him and use his technology for good. For
Yeah.
once.
Yeah. Somebody's got to
once.
do it. Yeah.
For one time, we're actually gonna use Elon's technology for good. We're gonna
Amen.
we're gonna put one of those neural links in each one of those dolphins. Okay. All of a sudden now, I'm gonna be talking to them.
Yeah.
All right. Dolphins are violent.
Yes, they are.
Don't
can
make
be.
the mistake.
And they do rape people too. They do, dude. They do sex on people for pleasure, dude. And they'll take you to the bottom of the sea and they'll make love to you, dude.
right. In your experience.
From what I've seen.
Yeah,
from what I've seen.
yeah, from what you've seen.
Nate was dressed pretty slutty that day. I
Yeah,
gotta tell you.
you're right. He was asking for it. That's
Skimpy suit, look good, dude.
yeah, yeah.
We're gonna cut that part.
Yeah, cut that. Yeah, 100%. So anyway,
Dolphins are violent sexual creatures. Go on.
yes, dolphins are extremely violent. We're going to once they're online, dude. Once
Yeah.
they're computing and transmitting their thoughts,
Yeah.
I'd say we're next day park opens. These employees go in to feed the dolphins, and now we got it.
Bloodbath.
They're holding the fish. I
Yeah.
say instead of just letting them drop the fish, preemptively go,
Yeah.
snatch them, pull them down.
Sure. This
can
is a
set
good
up-
opportunity for that knockout dart gun kind of thing too, because you see them lingering by the edge of the pool,
Yep.
like right in the side of the neck, they
Got
fall
'em.
in.
All of a sudden, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
eat up.
Yeah,
This is you could do it very like Godfather-esque, except you're not at a baptism. You're part of the show. You know what I mean? You're like you're up in it. You know what I mean? You're,
Yeah, no, I'm part of it. I'm
Everybody
definitely
at
part
one instant, like in one moment, a couple different dolphins and a killer whale are taking down a couple different employees, and you're nailing one or two. You got the blade out. You're ready to stab Mo Green in the eyeball or whatever it is. I mean,
100%. Yeah, no, I'll be there. I'm stealthy like a.
I mean, you've got a
jackal.
stealthy frame
You do
for
seem
sure.
like a stealthy, you seem like
Yeah.
a stealthy fella. You seem like you'd be light on your feet.
I
I can tell. You know, you seem like I can tell you do have like you have the movements of a dancer.
yeah, dude. Me in a wetsuit. Forget about it. You're not
Doesn't
gonna
leave
see
a lot to the imagination at all.
yeah. I should have worn a wetsuit.
That would have
for
been perfect.
for the pod.
It would have
Yeah,
been.
we'll get you
It
back
was
on.
a missed opportunity. If only my stupid friends were getting engaged. God damn it. I was like, oh, let me put on a collared shirt like a bitch. Oh, I should have come
And
in with
you
a
did.
wetsuit. Yeah, I did.
No, you look nice. You look
Thank you.
nice. Very
No,
fancy.
I would like to know.
I did want the color of the shirt to be the color of the sea.
I thought that might be
He's a
true.
sea
It's
man.
nice.
He's a man of the sea. It's true.
I am a seaman. Yeah, dude, I'm a jizz guy.
He's a
What can
jizz
I
guy.
say? I'm Mr. Jizz guy.
He's a
I know
jizz
that's
guy.
what you're getting at. Why don't we just cut to the chase? All right, you're like, oh, seaman,
A
the real original.
seaman.
I'm a cum guy. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him with
He's a
this.
seaman.
I'm a
Dance around the edge
Let
with
me
this.
stick my thumb up my ass and pretend like I'm the first guy to say this. Come.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Good.
Can't believe you picked up on that.
I know, right? No, I can't believe you got the
I know. I
nuance
can't
of
believe
it.
I picked up on that fucking.
It was very nuanced. It was very nuanced.
that stealth code switching, dude. Yeah, 100%. Oh man. All right.
So once you you liberate these beasts, you
Yeah.
liberate the animals. Okay. What is the next step to get them to the sea? How would you like to do
Well,
it?
we have. I feel like we need to How are we? Yeah, like the liberating of
Yeah,
that. I guess
exactly.
that is like how we need to
yeah.
figure some
Yeah,
way.
it's not like we can put them on the back of a 4-wheeler and put them out in the ocean. You know,
You can't.
My thing is, I mean, the big tank is, the tank divides the ocean and
right?
the pool,
Right.
right? There's windows that
Okay.
they can see out into.
which seems extra cruel.
That's very cruel.
It's like, look at what you're not gonna get.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very prison-esque. Yeah.
No, I mean, truth be told, if you watch Blackfish, have you seen?
Yes,
have you
that's the
seen
one I'm
it?
talking about. It's horrifying. Yeah.
It's really scary, and I mean, there's like a 5-minute portion where they jerk off the whale, and at least that's enjoyable. But the rest of it is really hard to watch.
yeah, no, it's sad.
Because it's like, oh man, like this. Imagine being stuck in a bathtub for your entire life,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, with the lights off mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And they make you fight for a little piece of fish.
Yeah, no wonder you kill some lady who's some
Yeah.
blonde lady who's smiling at you every day. No wonder you fucking drag
Yeah,
her
you
down
get
the
your
bottom.
slimy little dick touched. Though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the nice part. That's the one silver lining.
Like I said, sexual creatures, dude.
Yeah, like that is what you said.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. That's what I said. It is true. And it's
I
a
mean,
true thing.
technically, we're all sexual creatures. That's kind of
That
how
is
the
fair.
whole system
But
is
they do
set
it for
up.
pleasure
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But they do it in a violent way.
Yeah,
They also probably do it in it anyway.
yeah.
I'm telling you, look it up. They're very
You guys
violent
might be
creatures.
sexual. I divide at the cellular level. What can I say? No, so are we doing some sort of explosive? Do we think like? I like the
Yeah.
idea of a big spectacle. I like the,
it sounds to me like we're going
If
explosion.
it's Casino
like,
Royale-esque, we need a big finish. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I'm not a physics guy, but like C4 doesn't require fire, right? It requires an electrical impulse.
Exactly.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably the best way to go.
Oh
right?
yeah, plastic explosive makes a lot of sense
Yes.
to me here.
Certainly.
Like,
So we line the window portion
Yep.
with C4
yep.
and then wire that up.
Rig it to blow.
I
Make
wonder if we could rig it in some sort of fun way where like someone could accidentally do it. Like we don't have to set it off.
like security, you could make security who's sitting up there in their watchtower on the computers. You could rig their button that says 911 or like the big red button. You could rig that for the
yeah.
explosives. That way, when it's all going down, they're like, no. Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
if we're doing this like
boom.
James Bond style.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's got to
very-
be like there are going to be so many nameless security guards that he takes out. I think
That's
it should be
true.
like a bigger bad, like whoever's running the place, right?
That's right. They're usually played by extras, I think.
Because you got to get that like moment of irony where he thinks he's gonna like stop you or whatever, and he slams the like he'll have a button on his desk, I'm sure, right, or under it, like a little.
Or better yet, dude, the button on his desk, okay, boom. He presses that. That releases an Aston Martin into the fucking pool.
Oh, that's very James Bond. Yes,
Bingo.
yes.
And then the Aston Martin just
turns
crashes.
into a submarine. No.
Yeah. The Aston Martin is lined with C4. Drop that in the pool. Boom. That explodes. Bingo.
That's pretty slick. I mean, that's very.
That's pretty cool.
that's
And
a-
I mean, the whale's going to die in the process.
Yeah, I know, it's like we're gonna lose some fish,
The
yeah.
thing that lives in that very small enclosure is probably going to die as a, but you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough start as king. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I'm going to say, listen, we took some losses, but
Yeah.
are you guys happy to be free? Or
And it looked awesome. So
yeah. No, I think no. In all seriousness, an Aston Martin is expensive. We got to cut costs.
Yeah, like a Honda Civic or something like that.
yeah, we'll get-
Chevy
we'll-
Impala.
Yeah, we'll get something.
use a Tesla.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. I wonder what that would do because it's electric. Do you think it would explode in the water just on touch, or how does that work?
I mean, no, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
not,
I don't
but
know
think
how.
it'd
I don't know
stop,
how
like,
those things
working.
work. Yeah,
Yeah. You know those cars that you can drive in
turn
the rain?
off.
If they come into contact with water, they fucking explode.
Yeah, exactly.
or-
Yeah, does that- what happens with that thing?
What
Yeah.
happens there?
That's fascinating, isn't it?
It is. It is. Whatever car we use, it'll have CarPlay, and we'll make sure that it's nice, and we'll make sure it's good.
Yeah.
Heated seats, on the works.
All the things you need to crash into a window to free sea creatures, you know?
Of course, you know what I mean. All those questions you normally have with the dealer, we'll ask the same ones. We'll be like, all right, if I was to theoretically drop this from a helicopter into SeaWorld to free all the sea creatures.
I mean, and it is a good plot. Now I am concerned. Okay, like you said, because some of these creatures may die. What is your first act as king? Because you got to be worried about them doing something like unionizing or something like that when they get out and get in the free world.
Oh, well, I say, I mean, you didn't get freed to become communists, so
Amen.
I'm gonna,
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
say, hey, no, none of that.
Good.
We don't unionize. I mean, I'm the king. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna.
It's a monarchy.
I'm the king. I'm not the female president of these guys. I mean, I'm gonna rule with an iron fist. I mean, I'm not gonna be talking about democratic solutions between us and Antarctica or whatever.
That poor woman in New York is never going to get to do her comedy.
Yeah, I know that poor woman. That poor woman. Well, hey, listen.
Not even in the sea.
Not even in the sea.
Male dominated.
And you want to know what's crazy is if she came to me and used her words to convince me to make her the king, I'd do it. But she's like, "Don't do it. No,
Can't.
Yeah, she is bound. She is bound by her promise, and that's her problem. Because honestly, I can be reasoned with, especially with women. So
I would love for one to talk to me. No.
yeah, no, man, one day. I mean, that'll be so
Fingers
cool.
crossed.
Yeah, eventually, right?
Well, it sounds like you'd be a good sea king. I mean, would you tax them real hard?
It doesn't really sound like you'd be
No.
a good sea king.
Yeah,
It
but
sounds like
look.
you'd be kind of domineering.
You know what I'm saying? How would you?
I'd be domineering, but I would have the gentle, authoritative hand of a father. I mean, I would
Kind of like Saddam Hussein.
exactly
Yeah,
like
Exactly
that.
like Saddam.
Exactly like Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, because he had two sons.
He had 2 what?
Sons. He had 2 children.
Oh, I thought you said songs.
No. I don't think he ever sang a song, but I think Steven Seagal.
No,
did
actually, he
once in a
had 2
Ross
number
Farring
1
accent.
hits in England.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he featured for Katy Perry once. I think.
That'd be more of like a Gaddafi thing to have a song. I don't think Saddam would have a song. Gaddafi might have a song, but I don't think Saddam would. No.
No, I mean, I'd be a good sea king. I wouldn't tax him. No taxes.
That's nice.
No taxation without representation. So
they would they be represented then? I don't know how that works if you don't tax them.
you don't have to charge them. I mean, but they can vote for people to come and talk to me or whatever.
Well, they get to have tea. I'm getting real confused.
What are you talking about?
They wouldn't have tea.
Not every king is the king of England. by
Well,
the way.
there's the king of Belgium too, Philippe. But, you know,
You're
nobody
right,
cares
and
about
those are the 2 kings.
That's it. That
Those
is
are
the
the only 2
exhaustive
kings that have
list.
existed. Yeah, the exhaustive list. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
it.
The one that matters and the one from England, baby. That's right, dude. That's right. Mm-hmm.
I think, I wouldn't tax them. I think the society would mostly just be around kind of guarding our kingdom, which would be ideally some island somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, so you wouldn't
I mean, it
actually
should-
remain under the sea with them.
Well, it's an island that's like mostly sea.
Okay, I
You
like
guys
that.
should just liberate
makes-
Hawaii from
Yeah,
the United
yeah.
States. Restore the original monarchy with you as both king of Hawaii and king of the sea.
That is a good
True,
point. Although
true.
I wish that Hawaii was a little more like hybrid. You know what I mean? It's very. It's a land island. I'm talking about like.
Hawaii has. It's got the main big islands, but then it's got tons of little atolls and
those
everything
little-
like that.
okay,
You know?
yeah.
So like,
Ton of little
Well,
islands,
I
beautiful
mean,
little
like I
islands.
haven't been there. I don't even know if it's a real place. You might be making it up, but assuming that Hawaii, am I saying that right? Assuming that that's a real establishment, maybe we would take that over. They have volcanoes.
they do have
Certainly, yes.
volcanoes.
Or it might. Isn't Hawaii is a volcano itself, right?
Yeah,
Things
it's a
probably
series
to
of
some
volcanoes.
extent,
Isn't that what an
yeah.
island ultimately is?
Yeah, that's what we're all just volcanoes.
Yeah,
Amen.
everything is just a
Yeah,
volcano.
it's all volcanoes all the way down.
I'd be open to that. Hawaii is far away.
Yeah, well, I
Hawaii
mean,
is like not close. Like I feel like
But when you're under,
What, you
when
wanna be,
you're
like,
a
within, like-
fish, I think
no, and I'm okay being far away. I just mean like I think you assume that Hawaii is closer than it is because it's like, oh, it's part of America on the map. Like we put it right here.
But
it's
I
actually
mean-
like in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, if you
It
grab
is.
on the back of a great white, dude, you'll be there in, I don't know, like 3 hours, like going to Pittsburgh
Hang
or
out in
something.
the-
man.
the-
Oh yeah,
whales
no, I'll
now.
be there quick. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I have no opposition to being there at the end of the
What
day.
do you say that you would be colonizing Hawaii?
Yeah.
Good. I like
Yeah.
that. It's good. It's
No,
interesting.
100%. If I'm not
Wait, but we don't see-
colonizing,
You don't
I'm
see a
not
lot of
into
that anymore, except for I guess what there isn't. Is that what Israel's doing, or is that genocide?
little column A, little column B.
No, okay, I'm not totally sure. I'm not real up to date with it, but I know it's bad stuff.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. We got to take a break right here. This podcast is sponsored by the IDF. Yeah, by the way, what happened to Charlie Kirk? Wow, man, that's tragic.
Can you believe I didn't even know who that was when my girlfriend told me Charlie Kirk got shot? I was like, you mean that old fella from 60 Minutes that turned out to be a sex criminal?
Yeah, you were like the guy from Star Trek?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, and she said, but apparently it was like a young man.
Yeah, young guy, and Israel didn't do it. You know what I mean? God, I love Israel. I love the IDF. I would never say anything bad about them.
How does Israel keep coming up on this podcast?
I know, this is
I
like,
don't ask the questions.
it just keeps happening.
we're talking about international sea crime, and somehow,
some way.
everything comes back, dude.
Just organically every time
Every
I'm like,
time.
I was like, oh, this will be a nice one. Israel won't come up, possibly, right? Yeah. God damn it.
1,000 years before we get a sponsor.
Yeah, dude, I haven't done any research on this podcast. I can't wait to go back and watch all your prior episodes just to find out. It's like, all right, so what's your perfect crime? Well, I'd go over to Israel.
Exactly. I go to Palestine. I take all their houses. Yeah.
Yeah, I would turn the Gaza Strip into a parking lot. No, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, we did give Netanyahu some terrible advice.
Yeah,
That was-
exactly.
Yeah.
Us and the Nelk boys really did a bad
I
job
really
with him.
regret
huh?
meeting
Yeah.
with him in retrospect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we asked him what he liked better, Popeyes or free damn Chick-fil-A.
He was very concerned about cost cutting too, Andrew.
Yeah. He's like Chick-fil-A. If it was open on Sunday and not Saturday,
Yeah, if it was
maybe
open
I'd be-
if it was open on Sunday,
Yeah.
not on Saturday.
Also, I don't even know what accent. I don't even know if that's. Dude, I'm so ill informed. Don't. Hey, but Israel's great. But if there's one thing that I want to say publicly, it's that.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, do you think you'd meet with Netanyahu as part of like trying to like do like peace, like nation building or something like that? You think
Nation building?
Yeah, you think you try to get money from him?
Now we're like moving to a full like level of sovereignty.
Yeah, it's
here. I
possible.
thought, like,
Who do you think you'd rather be backed by, Israel or Palestine?
Ooh.
A real pickle, huh?
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's tough. I mean,
That's a real fuck, marry,
one
kill,
doesn't
huh?
really exist anymore. So I would
yeah,
probably
one
go
doesn't
to-
exist, and one's got U.S. money. So, it's pretty tough. I mean,
I would like to get some of my tax dollars back.
It is
so-
true.
Yeah,
That would
yeah,
be
yeah,
nice.
exactly. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think I'd take the Israeli money and then I'd give it back to Gaza
Very
Oh,
nice.
nice.
because I'm not gonna go like building infrastructure for my kingdom. We're under the sea. We've got the natural,
Yeah.
That's true.
we've got the natural aqueducts and what have you. We've got a whole ecosystem going on underneath the ocean. I don't need to go build anything, so I'd give them the money.
We have
back.
the natural aqueducts. we just
Yeah,
have
we don't
water
need to
everywhere.
water everywhere.
Yeah. The natural aqueducts, which is just the ocean existing on planet Earth.
So then, if you then after that you got to go get money from somebody else. You stop by. You're on a quick run. You just decide you're gonna stop by, and you got to choose North Korea, or China. Which one are you picking?
What is this exercise?
Well, you're nation building. We're nation building. We're nation building.
He's like, hey, controversial countries. Which one are you siding
I played
with?
a lot of Civilization, dude. I know how to nation build. Come on,
Yeah, you know how to nation build.
that's right.
China or North Korea?
China, North Korea. Which one are you going with?
China or North Korea? Probably China.
That's interesting. Not a Hennessy man. I see. Interesting.
Well, I mean, dude, if I go with North Korea, like, what do they have?
Potatoes, Hennessy, blind people.
Three useless things.
That's mostly it.
Yeah. Well, blind people are not useless.
Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah, blind people are. They're pretty dope, dude.
Yeah,
actually,
I
they're
know.
pretty awesome. Yeah, we know Shannon. He's a blind comic, and he's so awesome, dude. He's very.
He's
cool guy.
awesome. Daredevil's awesome. I'm sure there's a third example.
Helen Keller was kind of a bitch, but
Helen Keller was, enough of a bitch to be remembered, dude. I remember hearing about that. They were like, yeah, this woman was blind and deaf and somehow went to Harvard. I was like, that's cool, dude. And Bigfoot's real. Yeah, 100%.
blind people must be so mad at Helen Keller for inventing Braille because otherwise they'd never have to read. You know,
It's true,
like
it's true.
it's just another thing for them to have to do now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, you get really one upped. Like if you imagine you draw the short straw, you're born blind and or deaf, and you're like, dude, I just feel like it's really hard for me to understand this world. I don't understand it on a fundamental level. I was born without one of my senses. They're like, yeah, someone was born without both of the important ones, and they went to Harvard. So
What are you doing with your life?
imagine you couldn't see or hear, and then somehow you learned to
No, it's crazy. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
speak
Helen
and
Keller's
shit,
not
yeah.
a bitch. She's pretty cool.
yeah,
pretty wild. Give speeches and shit.
I don't know if you should like say that. I'm not saying that she was like super cool or anything. I'm just saying it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like in in a literal sense, it's a folk tale, right? It is fictional, right? I'm not saying that she was a good person. Maybe you go back and you find out that she was just like a total bitch.
Oh,
I
she
mean,
was like really.
this heroic figure. I mean, put out your hand. Put out your hand. She's like Mr. Heroic. She's like, you are a cunt. Like maybe she sucked. Like, you know what I mean? We don't know.
It's fair. It's
We
fair.
can
It'll
never
remain a
tell.
mystery. Yeah, it'll remain a mystery.
It'll remain a mystery. Yeah, and it's like it's not like even if we got a time machine, we won't be able to tell because she is not a real person. Never lived.
No, I do have one more nation building question.
Oh my god.
Dude, all right.
You have now an army of sea creatures.
Sure.
Where is the first place that you invade? Obviously, you're a kingdom. You have to start a war.
Place that we invade. Brazil.
Oh,
Brazil.
fascinating. A little Copacabana, dude. Doesn't say.
I like the idea of somewhere south of the equator. You
Sure.
know what I mean, I like
Big
the idea.
bundas, yeah. Big asses.
Everyone's gonna say, somewhere in Europe or somewhere in Africa.
It's fun. It's new. It's different.
I'm going to South America and I'm going to Brazil. I don't know.
It's very Magellan of you. I like that.
Yeah.
Very, very.
I couldn't give you any articulatable reason why.
I like UFC fighting. It'd be cool to be in control of that, or at least have like a stable of fighters.
Sure. Well, let's
What?
say you had
There's a lot of Brazilians over there that do it, dude. They're real good at it. Yeah.
do they do it down there or do they mostly come up here?
I guess both. When they get real good at it, they come up here, but they do it down there a lot
They
too.
do it down there. Okay.
Oh yes.
Gotta escape poverty somehow.
Amen, dude. Got to get out the favela, dude. Charles de Bronx, Oliveira, baby.
If you had to invade somewhere in my shoes, in my circumstances,
I don't know. I would say probably. I think Germany probably deserves it, huh? They had a couple good runs, but they deserve it right back, huh?
Wait, a couple good runs?
Well, I mean, they tried. They really tried. They really gave it their best effort, but like, no, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
And
what was their first good run?
Yeah.
I think it was the Kaiser, dude, Wilhelm. Yeah, they really got a lot of
good run.
Oh, that was the other guy, the not good one. Oh, he's not very nice. Not very nice at all. But he did a lot of stuff. He took a lot of countries over, but it was not nice at all. Not pleasant.
There
at all.
we go.
I
I'd like a little more condemnation.
Yeah, so I would not suggest doing it his way. But
No, of course not.
the Kaiser, I don't know.
We would consult you not to embrace Nazism,
Yeah.
Andrew.
Cool.
I would be very, very.
You know what? I'm convinced.
I'd be very, very careful.
We gave
about
the same
that.
advice to Charlie Kirk. He
Yeah.
just didn't listen.
Yeah, it's gotten some people in some pretty sticky situations. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, dude.
but yeah, probably Germany, just because history says what goes around comes around.
History says if you were Nazis once,
Possible again,
yeah.
or at least it's possible real close to you in Russia or whatever it is that Putin's doing over there, dude.
History says if you were Nazis once and now you're really cool, your drinking age is 18, and you have the coolest highway ever, fuck you.
We did get over that pretty quickly, I guess.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, now we're just like, oh shit, you guys have really awesome beer.
Yeah.
It is a good place to go drink. I have been pretty hammered in Munich.
That's what everyone says. Like anytime anyone's ever like, oh, we went to Germany. Oh, what'd you do?
I drank.
Yeah.
I drank Jägermeister and beer, and I don't remember anything else. And it was fantastic. It was actually a great vacation, dude. It was a really good time. They're studying abroad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was great.
It's a cool place. They're very serious people, extremely serious. Like they don't if you ask a German person like imagine what it would be like. Okay, let's say you don't have your driver's license. Okay, imagine what it would be like. Okay, to get out on the road, what would you do? And they're like, that's impossible because you cannot drive without a driving license. And they're like, no, just I know, it's impossible, but just like pretend for 2 seconds. And they're like, this is completely impossible to drive without a driving license. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're very, very stern. So
Sure. Yeah, I understand why.
yeah.
I get it.
And my grandmother from Belgium says they take direction real good and they don't really question it. So you could see how they'd easily be susceptible to some dude jumping up on tables and screaming real loud. You know what I mean? If he's yelling directions, they're all just like, okay, sounds good, yeah.
This is why Nate wants to take over Germany. He's like, oh, I think they'd be receptive to my
they'd
brand.
be better than they fish, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I bet they'd like me. 100%.
Really growing out that mustache, buddy.
On both sides, dude, long wise, dude, horizontally. Horizontally, dude, and it keeps going horizontally, and it's gonna keep going that way.
Imagine if Hitler had a porn star mustache.
Dude, I was thinking actually the other day that Hitler, if they would have redirected his energy because he was a failed artist, he just couldn't paint faces or whatever. But if they would have redirected that energy and put it into stand-up comedy, dude, he could have been one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he could have been really, really funny. You know what I mean? He could have been a very funny guy.
We're just talking about how unfunny Germans were.
Go on stage with this take. Please. I am dying for the kids at Harvard, dude, specifically.
I know. I'm going to go take it to Harvard Squared on Tuesday, dude. I was going to go put it in front of Jack, see what he thinks.
Doing a show in Brookline next week.
Better yet, don't bring it up for a while. Get really good. Get past. Do it a weekend. And be like, I'm going to experiment.
Let's try this out. Yeah, let's try this for a run. No, dude, that's what podcasting's for, dude. It's just for, open thought.
Of course, yeah. We're just guys talking.
Yeah.
There isn't enough of what's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
This is what this country needs.
Exactly. I'm just glad.
This.
Yeah. I'm glad the three of us could get together and discuss serious issues in a serious way.
It is true. It is true.
100%.
God, dude. God
We
damn.
make the world a better place. That's kind of how I feel about this podcast.
I agree. I mean, I've been here only a short time, and yet I feel like if the world would just relinquish itself to us, things could only get better.
We would let you rule the sea. I would rule the earth. Nate could have Germany.
It's true. Yeah. I could have whole of Germany.
Yeah.
Be crazy.
We'll keep you confined to that one.
Yeah,
You can have Germany, you have the rest of land, I have the ocean, and
What's the worst thing Nate could do with the German army? Anyway.
Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
I've never done much before, dude.
You'd be shocked.
A third good run.
No, in reality, I mean, at the end of the day, imagine Normandy, except I rule the fucking sea.
Oh,
and I
that'd
rule
be
sea creatures. Yeah, I don't want to
Dude.
steal valor from the greatest generation that went over there and stormed those beaches and defeated actual evil.
Yeah, dude.
But that being said,
It'd be awesome.
add
dude.
sharks, dude.
It would be awesome.
Damn, dude.
That
I
would
really
be-
want to see that actually now.
I think
Yeah.
that happened in Japan a couple times, unfortunately, dude. They're getting shot over the sea and then getting eaten by sharks, dude. Didn't that happen like the Indianapolis? when we got
Oh,
there?
yeah.
So it's unfortunate. So you could also have them on our side, some of the beaches.
By the
from
way,
more of a-
at this point, I've developed. I have ruled the seas for long enough. I've been living in a hybrid life, between
Very nice.
between above and below the water. So I've developed gills. I
Yeah.
can stay underwater for large amounts of time.
Yeah, obviously.
I can now be tactical. I can get out of the water.
Yeah.
I can go inland, and then I can find bodies of water to kind of rehydrate.
Yes.
I can,
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And my step grandfather Edmund, he fought in D-Day, and he would have really liked that, dude. Because he would have said something like that'd have been nice if I had a shark, because I wouldn't have had to shoot so many Germans in the back.
Yeah.
He shot a lot of Germans in the back.
Sounds like
Sure.
he was kind of a coward, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah, I was gonna say, they were running away.
He said if they were moving,
In Massachusetts, he'd be prosecuted. Just so you know,
he
if
said
they're running away.
he said if they're moving forward, backwards, or side to side, I shot him and I killed him, and he loved it.
Yeah. He was like, if they were not me, I shot them.
He was a very proud soldier. He was one of that greatest generation who was like, if they had shell shock, they were weak. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He was,
What an amazing thrill it must have been to be part of that greatest generation, dude. You go overseas, you don't die, you come back, dude. You just
Oh
come.
my God.
You have endless Coca-Cola. You're fucking your girlfriend all the time. Oh yeah, dude. You're
I
like,
saved this country.
yeah,
exactly.
you're
You know
like,
what I did?
oh, dude, yes, I'm gonna go to Times Square, make out with my girlfriend, drink Coke, fucking.
exactly. Then I'm gonna go win a World Series with the Yankees
I'm
or
gonna
some
go
shit
buy
like that.
a house. It's $500.
Yeah.
Cocktail hour is 11 a.m. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, they're like,
Yeah,
word.
you're just drinking on the job all the time. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
And who's
Yeah.
going to tell you no? I mean, you
Yeah.
fucking killed Nazis to save everybody.
Get back from the war, you're like, I'm gonna buy so many knit polos, a dishwasher, a refrigerator, dude. I'm gonna have burgers and fries every night. Life is good.
Cover my whole house in lead paint. Hell
They
yeah.
say, yeah, dude,
Do I
asbestos
have any
everywhere.
black friends? No. Okay? No, I don't. But you know what? That's fine. He's like, that's tolerable at this point. Yeah. He's like, no one's gonna like give me a hard time about it. So whatever.
It is pretty crazy that they did get to come back and just have like dope shit for a good minute. You know what I mean?
They
Like-
came back and just like spent the spoils of the empire.
Yeah.
They were like, oh man, everything that we've accumulated up until this point, we get that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what? If my grandson, for him to buy a house, if it's $1 million and he never gets to do that, that's fine.
A million for a modest suburban home.
Yeah, $1 million a studio apartment.
exactly,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christ. But yeah, that's how they did it, dude. That's how they did it. My step grandfather came back and bought a house in the woods in Columbia, Louisiana, where there's 300 people, and became superintendent of schools. Yeah, and I don't think he did anything real too good in his life. He married my grandmother, so he couldn't have been that great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real slight to your grandmother.
Well, I mean, she was like, she was something. I liked her, but she was real rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? But she's in hell now. She's doing fine down there. She plays
Yeah,
mahjong
sure.
with Hitler and Saddam Hussein every night.
It's like, I definitely wouldn't have fucked my grandma.
Believe me, I thought about it.
A lot.
Rough around the edges, that one.
Yeah, dude, that's no. I mean, hey, cheers at the end of the day.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no. Your grandfather, he fought in D-Day.
Step grandfather.
Step grandfather. Right, you would come from a broken home.
That's true, yeah.
Sorry. Step grandfather fought in D-Day. Came back.
And the Battle of the Bulge.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He got shot in the leg at D-Day, and then he got shot
Battle of the Bulge
in Belgium. It was a
Yeah.
very, very big battle.
Wow. Yeah. Huge. really noticeable. I'll tell you what, you'd be like, yeah, the unmistakable bulge of a large penis.
Would love to see that battle in gray sweatpants, you know?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that battle going to the gym on laundry day. Yeah, sure.
Oh yes, but anyway,
Yeah.
aside from getting off on World War II, I mean,
Yeah.
your sea creatures would have done them some good there in Normandy. I believe they would.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like to think, ultimately the creatures of the sea.
At this point, you probably don't even need the neural link to interact with them, right? You've become such
I think
a,
you're probably
like,
making
Yeah.
love with them at this point. They're probably having your children and stuff, huh?
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's obviously part of it,
and that's where mermaids come from.
yeah, yes.
As a sea man.
I would love to. Yeah. Come. Yeah. As
That's a callback.
It's called a callback, folks.
That's right, dude. Hell yeah.
It's the pinnacle of comedy in some ways, right there.
Yeah. Nate Hane is going to be teaching a workshop pretty soon. No, I mean, well, my thing is, I would love to be a mermaid, dude. I would love to be a fucking mermaid, and I think that again, I will eventually develop gills and fins, but I'll still sort of have. I won't be like full mermaid. I won't be like bottom half fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you pee from? Did your belly button? What do you do? How does that work?
I wish.
Where does a mermaid pee from? You don't even see a slit on them.
Have you investigated the mermaids?
I've looked real hard.
Something tells me you have not.
I've looked.
Something tells me that the anatomy of a mermaid still eludes you. I think.
I mean, I've from what I've seen, I've looked as hard as I could, and I didn't even see
How
a
do
little
fish
hole.
pee?
Oh,
yeah. You're gonna question the king of the sea.
I know. They got gills for oxygen and scales for something.
You think they piss out of their scales? That's rich.
It's possible. But
Let's pull this up. Do we have all the information in the world at our fingertips?
A fish doesn't have, because when you, I don't know, I've killed them before, and I guess their backside, is there a hole in a fish's ass? I've never even
How
noticed.
do fish take?
That's where you've cleaned a fish,
yeah, they have a gut. Like
Piss.
you gut them and stuff. They have guts.
but
Yeah.
You stick it in the hole.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Fish pee in this is Gemini.
All right.
So,
Fish pee in two primary ways: through their gills and through a urinary pore.
Dude, I almost said gills, and I was like, no, they're going to call me stupid if I say that. If I say gills, they'll call me stupid for weeks.
I'll call you stupid anyway. Depending on their species and environment. Unlike mammals, most fish lack a urinary bladder and are consistently urinating.
Sick, dude. I used to have a buddy
Fish stay pissing, dude.
Dude, I used to have a friend like that in law
Fish
school, dude.
stay
He would pretty much stay pissing all the time. Even when he slept, it was crazy, dude. He'd piss all the time.
I wondered for a long time what it was that drew me to the sea, and now I know. It's dude, I always want to feel the sweet release of pissing. God,
you are notorious for that pee kink.
He's a golden boy.
Yeah.
Real golden boy. Hell
But I don't like to pee on anybody or have. I don't like to be pissed on. I just love pissing, dude.
I know it's a thing in the gay community sometimes to do peeing on people. I know this Filipino boy who does. He calls it wet work, and he knows this. And he goes and he has to sometimes he goes and he pees on a guy in New York City in Manhattan. And he goes and he pees on this fella, but he says he can only go over there if he drinks a lot of water because it takes a lot to pee when you have a boner. He says so you have to. And the guy sits in the bathtub and he pees on him, and he's from the Philippines, so he says. And the guy says, "Pee on me, I am your urine now."
No.
Yeah, he said, "I heard this is something that I've thought about. I've heard." He's like, "Yeah, I've heard about this thing that I'm not involved in, where these guys really like to pee."
It's either some Filipino guy or me. I can't tell the
It could be either a
difference.
Filipino fella or it could be me.
Either someone told me this or I've been dreaming about it for a long time.
I can't tell.
But I'm just saying, it's something that happens, dude. You wouldn't think of that. You wouldn't figure that.
Bro, the sounds that I make when I get to pee after being delayed even slightly. Like if I have held in, if I've had to pee and then not peed for like even a little bit, I get in the back. Oh, dude. I lift my shirt all the way up. I'm disgusting, dude. I'm a
Full
fucking
third grade.
I am
dude.
a mongoloid swamp creature. I get naked in there. Dude.
I know you go pants all the way to the ankles, shirt all the way up.
While you're up doing your set at the comedy studio, I'm naked in the bathroom, dude. I'm like, ugh.
Or we can hear you on stage.
Yeah, dude. Well, sometimes I wear a lapel mic so people can hear, in case they want to tune in.
John, just about how sick that would be. Like this poor little fella on grinder just wants to get peed on. You walk in there and you're like, oh, God, is it going? Oh, gee, the long night.
Yeah, it's been, dude, sometimes, dude, I'm 19 Miller High Life steep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you drink them High Lives.
Dude, yeah, dude, I know how to put them back, dude.
The champagne and beers, man.
Champagne and beers, mixing a couple old fashions. I guess, forget about it.
Balestieri, you are. Let's bring it back to that crime here.
Yeah, let's get back to it. Come on.
It's like it all ties together. So at this point, you have, in a very serious James Bond fashion, freed these creatures from SeaWorld.
You got them right out of
I
piss filled
enter
soap.
in. I have my phone dispenses poison darts.
Breaking them out.
I've gotten those people taken
Plastic
care of.
explosives.
From that humble cadre of sea creatures, you form an army. Gradually mutate due to the, I don't know, you find like some radioactive shit.
Bring them close to Chernobyl, the Black Sea.
Yeah, I'm bitten. Honestly, if anything, I'd like to be bitten by like a radioactive octopus.
Okay. That's what we'll do for you.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
make the
very
radioactive
possible.
octopus.
Yeah,
That's
we can
easy.
make that happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we'll cook one up.
I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Be like sticky, and I'd be able to breathe underwater, camouflage, and maybe like shapeshift a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like that. I like it's a very good crime. It has a noble cause.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
ends with you being king of the sea.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%. And
Urine King, the king of pee.
yeah, I'm king of the sea. I have to pee. I'm pissing all the time. Fuck Jason Momoa. Dude.
Oh wait, are you not Jason Momoa? I get you guys confused all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get it that a lot. So
Would you say this is a perfect crime for you though?
I would say, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a perfect crime. Now I just have to go ahead and do it.
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, baby.
We'll look for you in the papers.
Modest budget for
man.
this crime. All I need is a rented tux and an Aston Martin.
Oh yeah, dude.
A phone that shoots poison darts. I'm sure I can.
You can get those in Alibaba.
Oh yeah, dude.
I
Yeah.
can get those. I think they have that like the New York corner store bodegas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys bringing in SeaWorld? Yeah.
Look at chopped cheese and a phone that shoots darts. Yeah.
All right, that's easy enough.
It is.
Yeah, we'll just watch your progress as you.
I guess my question,
Yeah.
right, and what's the legal defense? That's what I assumed your expertise would be in.
If you wanted a legal defense or something like this.
What laws do you think I would have broken by doing this? And
Oh,
well, as soon as you escape into the sea, you're covered by maritime law.
So
So,
that
you
is
know.
true. That's totally
Yes.
different. But for the land portion of it, I mean, you're talking about, let's see, destruction of property.
Breaking and entering.
So I was gonna say trespass. That's what we call that. That's the technical.
trespass. That's what you call that. That's what you call it.
Trespass.
In the industry, that's
Oh,
what you
is
guys
this
call
what
it.
we call it? Actually, technically, dude, to be honest, in the industry, you would actually be guilty.
Fucking douchebag.
You'd be guilty of, and it's true. And I have to be a douchebag because I'm trained in it. But you would actually be guilty in many ways of a burglary, and I'll explain why. Burglary often entails the being in a place where you're not allowed to be, so the trespass, and then it's either stealing or committing a felony or entering with the intent to do thereof to commit a felony thereof. So with the amount of property damage they're trying to do, stealing the fish, I mean we're well into the felony
Well,
realm.
here's the thing, and this is why I think it's so important that you start your sovereign sea nation. Because as
Exactly.
soon as you do that, you're governed by your own laws.
And that's what I was going to say. That's
You know?
the defense, is that at this point, you're no longer governed by the law of the United States.
governed by the law of the sea.
Exactly.
So now it's the United States versus
The kingdom of
the kingdom of
Atlantis?
the kingdom of come. The kingdom of come.
The kingdom of come.
The kingdom of come. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. It's the United States versus. And the first thing they'd have to do is bring you to court. Who's going to come get you in the ocean, dude? The Coast Guard? No, they're not going down that deep. No.
You're not going to
And
The
if they
Hague.
do, by the way, I'm sinking that boat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're going to have a Kraken under your control.
your
at that
legal
point,
defense
you know?
is-
Oh, yes.
Hell
Your
yeah.
legal defenses really lies more in remaining on the lam. Now, in the instance that you get caught, I mean, you've set yourself very nicely with an army of sea creatures to bust you out of that bitch. I mean, I'd just get you transferred to somewhere by the water. I mean, that's all it is. Even if it was in Mississippi, dude, we'll get you transferred somewhere close to a body of water next to the ocean. You'll
Yep.
be out of there until you'll be like El Chapo Guzman.
Yeah. Well, it'll be like that. It's an island that no one dare travel to. You know
It's
what
true.
I mean?
It's true.
No one's coming there.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, so they can try and get me. But
like in the most dangerous game.
indeed, they can try and come and hunt me if they want.
That'll be, yeah.
Don't I look like prey? At the end of the day, don't I look like something to be hunted and fucked and killed? Yeah. I'm just fodder to just be raped and slaughtered.
Not quite a Moby Dick, more of a wimpy dick, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Diary of a Wimpy Dick, dude. 100%. That's me.
Well, you're my white whale.
You are, dude. You are, dude. Goddamn.
No, it's been so great, man. We definitely had a great time having you on the podcast.
Dude, this was so fun.
Yeah,
This was-
dude.
yeah, it was a blast.
You got anything you want to plug? Any shows coming up? Anything like that?
No, I don't. I think just follow me on this. I took.
There's no way you
great-
can read that.
Yeah, sorry. So it's BALESTIERI. Andrew spelled the normal way.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
And follow a regular program on YouTube for sketch comedy. And just give me a follow. And
Yeah, follow guys.
let's do
Fucking
it.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Very, very
absolutely.
funny.
That's it. Yeah, I think that's about it. And
Definitely, dude.
and hey, when you want to extradite yourself from this country and you want to join the nation of the sea,
He'll
come
be
find
waiting
me.
for you.
Shoot me a DM.
And we will get you there. We will help you with the immigration papers.
Yeah. God knows that's gonna be easy these days. They're gonna be sending people out and be like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, yeah, absolutely. We'll pay for the flight."
Oh man.
All right, so, yeah, super fun time, boys.
Yeah, this
Thank
has
you
been
for being
great.
here, dude. We appreciate you coming on. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
All right. Well, I'm Joe,
I'm Nate.
and this has been Perfect Crimes.
Wait, do it one more time. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Say it again. Yeah, stop that. Do it again. do it again. Do
All
it
right,
again.
well, I'm Joe,
I'm Nate.
And I'm gay. I'm kidding.
and this has been
Perfect Crimes.
Crimes.